Come with me to paradise. Welcome to my paradise. I welcome all of you, and you. So much fun music, right? All right, everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Boy with the Pampers and the Toys. Al recording from paradise. And please all make sure you like, share, subscribe to my YouTube channel, Boy with the Pampers and the Toys. Please all make sure you like, share, subscribe to your family, your friends, and all of your enemies. Also, follow me on IG as well as X, IGX, Instagram. If no, you know what it is. And the Boy with the Pampers is on the screen. So as we continue our full abundant G.I. Joe Classified Series week, so today we're going to be talking about a character I never would imagine me getting, and I can't lie, as a child I did not have this character at all. I don't know if my brothers had this character. Hey, me and my family, we wasn't dirt poor, but we wasn't middle class, and we wasn't rich. We struggled on the bus. So today we're gonna be talking about Serpentor. And I ain't gonna lie, I still got the sticker right here. It says $170. I did pay for that, $170. It's crazy because when I try to order this figure, well, I'm lying. I didn't try to order this figure when it came out. Over a year ago, they finally released this figure, and I had so much going on in my life, not in a bad way, but I didn't think, trying to get this figure. But enough about me, my life. Let me give you a little background on Serpentor. Serpentor was created in 1986, and he was created from different warriors over a time period. I think Julius Caesar, Alexander the Great, Attila, and a few make-believe characters that the G.I. Joe creators basically wanted to captivate, put in a whole collective of his DNA, which DNA is information, not blood. Some people thinking DNA is blood. Get out of here. So, Dr. Mindbender, which that figure I'm going to be talking about real soon, him and I think it was Cobra, I'm trying to remember, went to different tombs, took the information, the codes, and actually, I do remember them taking coding and DNA from Sergeant Slaughter as well too. So they created him, and the rest is so on. He is like that full Shah Khan Mortal Kombat villain. So enough about the backstory. Like I'm really National Geographic. So it's crazy. I remember going to the Moms and Pops comic store here in my hometown, Kentucky, and I was was like, oh my God, do y'all still have him? Because they had him on like display on the top of the shelf, but I thought that was maybe the only one they had. They're like, no, we got plenty more. And I just swiped the card and got him. So I do love the fine little artwork right here they have of him, and Abraham Lincoln, as well as Destro, the Baroness, and him fighting. And I know that him and Sergeant Slaughter, kind of had a back and forth situation, the cartoon and all of that. So I love how they got this. Look, they still got a price tag on here, $170. Don't tell everybody. Pops Comics. I love the layout, and some people will keep this, but I really don't care to keep it. You can go online and sell this. I mean, I'm an idiot if I don't keep it, but I don't feel like finding no scissors. But he looks pretty huge, bigger than the other big G.I. Joe figures. But let's get into some things. I've been running my mouth for about 4 minutes. Definitely. So I think it's pretty fair to let everybody see kind of the lineup of the box and everything. It's the Serpentor and the Air Chariot. So as you can see, Serpentor, he never really had like guns or anything. He had like warrior-like weapons, as you can see right here. Man, this is a big guy. He looks scary too. And then as you can see, the Chariot right here in the background. Then on the back of here, it looks like maybe his claws and helmet. And I just don't want to keep this box. This box is going to collect dust. It's going to collect dust forever. And I'm just going to go ahead and rip it open. So let's get right to it. Okay. So right here we have Serpentor, everybody. Serpentor, the warrior. And looking at him, he looks really good. He looks like he definitely does in the cartoon, in the comic books as well. Um, I'm gonna talk about the his vehicle in a minute. I put that together. You know, it was very self-explanatory. You don't really need the instructions if you like Legos, or even if you like McDonald's toys put together. So, what I want to talk about first is his. Let's talk about his head sculpt real quick. Okay, never ceased to amaze me that GI Joe, uh, the Classified series, Hasbro does a wonderful job on the facial expressions of the actual figure. And when I tell you, he got this look of an angry psychopath, and I love it. I love that he just got this expression like, "If I rule the world." Imagine that. So basically, on the head scope, as you can see, his head does not move at all, which is a bummer. But at the same time, I'm very understanding when it comes to why his head does not move. And it puts me in mind of Tila from the He-Man's Classified series with the old school I say old school old school Tila figure, because she got the snake too. And this is a very much like reptilian form. And who else is another character that has a reptilian like form? Jafar from Aladdin, the Disney's movie. So I think, well, He-Man and this is neck and neck because they all came out. I think He-Man came out first. So basically, I think our idea was kind of instructed a little bit. But anybody can, create a character that has, reptilian forms, because that's reality. So, you can remove this right here and actually, if you want to, I'm going to show real quick. Excuse my ugly hands, everybody. So if you want to take that off right here, so he looks like he's got a not a Bart Simpson head, but that block head. He kind of remember a Hammerhead from the Marvel from Spider-Man, the villain. So they do have this headpiece right here. What did I do with it? Please don't tell me I missed it. Okay, so this is a part of his headpiece that you can remove, and I think it goes like this, man. That's why I always copied off people's papers in school. Just playing. A little bit I did. So, this part right here goes at the top. That's the, I guess if he's ready for battle mode. Excuse me for hitting my camera again. That's what I'm known for. And, you can do it like that. But here is default in this right here. It just, I don't know, like, it just doesn't make sense to have his head, like, I just rather for that to still be, like, they could have made this a little thinner, maybe, possibly, so it could be like a hood-like, maybe, and connected with that. I mean, it's just my imagination. I'm not trying to get nobody to agree with me, because who am I? But I don't like this at all. It just doesn't seem realistic. But you can actually move his head left and right. So his head he can move up. You might have to take this off just to move his head up a little bit if you want to get him ready for Battlefield or something like that. And I would rather have this on him. Like, it just makes more sense. But for the time being, I'm going to keep this one on him so I can move his head around. No, it wouldn't be right. It wouldn't be like, I don't know, just defeats the purpose. I'd rather just keep this on him because it just looks like 3D linear. I don't know. Well, the planet's linear. So, but this looks much better, don't it? And you can still kind of move his head up and down. You just can't, like, you have to be careful with moving his head left and right. Okay, so that's over with. Now, I am pleased with the cape being fabric, because if the cape was something like Magneto's on X-Men line and all of that, and it just, he wouldn't have really no good movement. So I'm kind of glad they kind of held back on a hard kind of cape. Like, it just doesn't make sense. So as you can see, they have the snakes around him. And he actually comes with this snake right here. Now, I think this snake in the cartoon, now my memory's a little shot. One day I'm gonna have to binge watch. I got the whole season of G.I. Joe from the original G.I. Joes, and I got some of the movie G.I. Joes. I'm gonna have to just sit down and get my brain refreshed. I know my older brothers them remember G.I. Joe like it was yesterday, because they're a lot older than me. So when I was born, they probably was about 5 and 7 and 8 years old watching it. When if G.I. Joe first came out, I'm telling my age again. So going down, man, if you don't keep your snake down, bro, on the top of your head, when you look at the chest area, there's really not really an ab crunch. This guy's really stiff, to be honest with you. He's really stiff, but that's okay, because this figure right here, I think this figure looks amazing, definitely. So he has when you look, I want to take the cape off, but I don't feel like putting it back on. I'm being lazy today. When you look, he definitely has this butterfly arms, and double jointed pinless elbows, and which is amazing, because a lot of the G.I. Joe figures have pins in them. Some of them have pins in them. Some of them, not a lot of them. So he's very stiff. So you might want to add some heat or dip him in some hot water, whatever you prefer. I ain't gonna do nothing to him. He just gonna be displayed. So I do like the costume design. You see the gold, but gold metallic right here. It's very fine artwork because it stays true to the original. As you can see, he got these holes right here on his arm, like that goes for his claws, and I didn't want that at all. And I'm gonna have y'all look. It just, I don't know. It just seems kind of very. Why they put that right there? They could have just. I'd rather for them to have the. It can just be hooked on or something, but not like blocked in. Like you got to put some type of Tomb Raider, Indiana Jones like artifact in to open up Pandora's box. So what I'll do is he's got this claw right here, the small one, and I'll just display it for you to show you what I'm talking about. So that's when the claw, the little whatever Wolverine X-Men claw, Vega Street Fighter like, is smaller, and then you have a much bigger one because he does not come with any kind of guns. He didn't need no guns. Excuse me for clear my throat. I can't remember if Serpentor was immortal. My brain is a little fried on that end. So as you can see right there. Now, this does not make sense to me at all. Why does he have trigger fingers? I really do think that Hasbro really they stepped their game back up with the packaging. I'm very appreciative of that as a customer who's helping, pay some wages in that company, as we all are helping each other in this linear planet. But we need to have some extra set of hands for our G.I. Joe figures, because not everybody needs trigger fingers. Some people actually have a fist. I can't remember who it was. I think it was my boy Rock and Roller had a fist, and I think maybe Roadblock, maybe to that degree. I can't really remember. Don't get me lying. So I don't see, why does he have trigger hands and he don't have no guns? It just doesn't make any sense. But other than that, like I said, he's a little stiff. Add a little heat to him. So let's carry on. Now he does come with a G.I. Joe stand. I think these G.I. Joe stands are the best in the business of all action figures, because they have the two little grooves right here where you can stand any action figure on there. At any door, you can stand any action figure on it. So he has a hard time. He can stand on his own, but it's kind of like he's so top heavy, maybe because of the armor they have on his body. So I would prefer to have him, but I think he came with this. I don't, you know what, y'all? Don't get me lying. I think he did come with this. The reason why I'm confused myself is because I would think that Cobra maybe would have their own logo, but it's G.I. Joe. So come on, Al, get your mind right. You know he came with this. Okay. So he has a hard time. Like I said, he's a little bit top heavy, but if you want to, go ahead and keep him like that, that's cool. Nothing wrong with that at all. See, you see what I mean? Okay. Okay. Now let's talk about like his waist area. He has a ballpoint waist, so he does not twist. And I would not prefer for you to twist him because you will break this figure. I paid almost $200 for this figure, and I'd be, excuse my language, damn, I'm going to break my figure. Like, I'm really excited about this figure. Out of all my G.I. Joes, the most figures I was extremely excited about, and I can't even lie to you guys, I was excited about Spirit, Shipwreck. I was definitely excited about the General, and I was excited about Zarana, and there was one more figure I was excited about. I can't think of another figure I was excited about. The Dreadnoks, all of them. I was excited about getting all of the two Dreadnoks. So, but okay, get back on track. Get back on track. So, I know some people said they had a problem with his knees being kind of stiff. I think his knees are perfect. So that double jointed pinless knees right here is excellent. Got a nice little thigh boot cut right here. I love his armor, his metallic green armor, right? Whatever these are, they supposed to be snakes. And the feet. Now, I'm very pleased because a lot of times the G.I. Joe figures, their feet is like not so even. That's probably why they lose their balance, some of them. Especially some of the female characters. The female characters really got it bad. I feel sorry for them, pigeon-toed. I'm pigeon-toed myself, so I'm talking about them. So, if you want to pose them, like, this is perfect right here. When I say your figures, when they can do the splits, that's good for a good pose. If you want to, basically, like, position your figure for photos and everything. I'm old school gang, so I'm trying to get in a groove of things of taking better photos instead of just having my figure stand right there looking like Rob Zombie at a zombie Resident Evil concert. So I would think that maybe the snake right here, this is his pet snake. I think the snake had a name, actually. I don't know what the snake's, but I knew the snake helped him out on a whole lot of things. Okay, so moving on. I'm talking too much. Serpentor does come with some great weapons by choice. Now, let's be fair. I don't hate that trigger hand. Well, I hate these trigger hands, but like I said, they could have had some gripping hands, from to hold his staff. Like, this is almost like the staff that Jafar had in Aladdin. Let's just say Jafar got this from him because he came out first. I don't think, excuse me, hit my camera again. I'm always hitting my camera. I'm clumsy. So, now, my problem is, how is he supposed to hold his weapons? How? If he got two trigger hands, it just doesn't make any sense. So, I think that when they created this figure, they should have thought, instead of thinking of dollar signs, think of quality over quantity. To, how can you sell out a figure forever? Because people will buy it for the quality of it and the liking of being G.I. Joe figures, G.I. Joe lovers for life. So he cannot, you have to struggle on the bus, the Miss Frizzle Magic Stew bus, to get him to even hold a weapon, which is horrible. That's not fair. Why should I have to go through that? But, and, I got to take off some points for some things, some things. I don't really try to look at articulation when it comes to my figures. I try to look at more so concept of basically, you know, try to. I hate pins. I really do. I think, yeah, this is one of his snake weapons too. I think this is where he throws something at somebody. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. So I think that's pretty sick right there. That's a snake, everybody. Snakes on a plane. Snakes on a plane. Snakes, snakes, snakes. Samuel L. Jackson, save me. Not. Then last but not least, his last weapon, he got the sword. Now, if somebody was to hand me the sword right here, I would say it's a He-Man character sword. But I thank you so much. Thank you. So, that sword right here, you could put right here. Bam. This man's ready for war. Warrior. Warrior. Okay. So before I move on to his vehicle, I want to compare and contrast him to a lot of figures. Not a lot, but you know, he's a big guy. He's one of the biggest G.I. Joe classified series characters ever. So I definitely want to be respectful and show people why he's the hugest person in the world. Well, not the world, but G.I. Joe classified series new world. So we'll get down to it. Okay, as you can see, I got him next to Gung Ho and Sergeant Slaughter. Now, you know, like I said before earlier in the video, his DNA code was taken from Sergeant Slaughter. I don't know what the background was with that. I forgot about that. That's why I want to, like, refresh my brain watching a cartoon from back in the day. So, you know, Sergeant Slaughter and Gung Ho are big guys. I do think that the arms and legs of Sergeant Slaughter and Gung Ho were used, the same ones. No, not the legs. I think the arms were used, but I think the chest area and the legs are different when you look at both of them. So, you know, this guy's bigger than them. So that's insane. Next, I got him next to his people underneath him, Destro, and add a little feminine energy. Zarana, and I just added Zarana here because Zarana's a tall female. She's the tallest female G.I. Joe character, and so he swallows like Destro, like he makes Destro look like maybe that's his teenage son. Smackdown. If you smell what the smell what I said soprano, man, soprano. Serpentor cooking. So, you know, just comparing the size and contrasting of him. Now, last for the G.I. Joe comparisons, figures, I got him next to the Croc Master, which the Croc Master, he's a big guy as well too, but legs are a little kind of smaller. And then Bazooka. Bazooka's a really big guy. And I could have added Roadblock, but Roadblock has the same body size as Gung Ho. So, you know, just comparison, you know, that right there. So next, I got him next to the new Sabretooth figure, which the Sabretooth figure is big, and the classic 3-pack wave, love triangle wave of Cyclops. So he's bigger than Cyclops, and I say he's probably, oops, man, that's Sabretooth, them feet. He's neck and neck with Sabretooth, definitely. Like, I think Sabretooth may be a little bit tad bigger than him, but they are the same height if you look at both of them together. Next, even though he's not bigger than Apocalypse, I don't think nobody's bigger than Apocalypse, he's still a good comparison size with Apocalypse. So, you know, and then next to that, a little bit more feminine energy. We got She-Hulk right here, and him and She-Hulk are like the same size as the TV show version of She-Hulk. So, all right. Now, overall, the Chariot is very self-explanatory. You can move the head of the Chariot up. Now, I ain't gonna lie, when I'm putting this together, I was having a hard time putting this in because I wasn't paying attention. I'm a bullhead when it comes to things, and you got to snap that part that's back there. It's like a groove behind, so you can put the ball joint head down. The guns you put on the side, you got to put them this little shooter part right here in it. You put the wings in, so it's very self-explanatory. This is not hard at all to actually do. As you can see, they got the controls in the back, and you actually you can put him behind here. Now this is cool. This is a really cool. This is one of the coolest parts of the G.I. Joe Classified series line, most definitely. So as you can see, I got him next to Duke, um, Duke and Ram. I bought that at Target. I think it was a Target. Yeah, it was a Target exclusive. And then I got him next to the Baroness. That was a Target exclusive a couple years ago too. And these, you know, and as you can see, I got my original cover girl back here behind Duke before they made the man-looking cover girl. So a lot of the times, you know, we think of prices because I know the Duke costs about 46 bucks, as well as the Baroness Target exclusive as well too. And as you see, the Baroness, she has a little snake thing too. I guess a little electronic toy snake thing. And you know, this Chariot is really massive when it comes to these motorcycles. Hasbro has released some vehicles, more vehicles for G.I. Joe, the Classified series. But here's the kicker: some of these figures, it's hard kind of for them to set down. Like I remember growing up, I had a Ninja Turtle bus. Everybody had a Ninja Turtle bus growing up. Even if it was broke, you bought it at a yard sale. You know, at least the turtles can set down and on their little turtle bus. But some of the characters are not able to set down. Which is a bummer. So you got to be careful with that. Their legs can break. So I got one more vehicle to compare him to, and we're gonna wrap it up. Then last but not least, I got him next to Alvin Breaker Carey's bike. I don't think this is called a Ram though, you know, but this was a good. You can find Alvin Breaker's actual vehicle and figure set probably online for cheap now. Like I saw it online for maybe like 35 bucks, 32 bucks, and I paid like I think like $46, the same thing, the same price as the other two. So I'm gonna try to get some more vehicles, most definitely. So just showing you, he got his little custom girl on the back. You know, she's gonna help shoot it out while he's running. Man, I'm crazy. I just make up all kind of custom figures. Take the head off, you have a great custom for cheap. All right. So I will overall give this figure, and I'm gonna be very critical when I score this figure. I'm gonna give this figure a 9 point. I think the Chariot saves it a whole lot. And yeah, I get it, the figure is stiff, but I'm gonna give it a 9 point. I'm gonna give it a 9.7 out of 10. I took off some points because he needs to have some hands, extra set of hands, and you can't just put any kind of hands on this guy. Because look at how his hands are, what color they are, the gloves and everything. And then I really do felt like the color was a little bit off. The Chariot, the color was a little gold, Indiana Jones like. And then this color right here looked like, no offense, no disrespect, looked like more like a different kind of gold paint. So I could tell that the colors are not the same kind of color. And I didn't like the helmet, the second helmet part on her. I thought it was disgusting, man. Like, what was they thinking? They could have just basically, I would have preferred for them to do like this. At least have it clamped right here to where it can connect, and maybe that can go back and forth so his head can turn just a little bit, you know, and still have it like hood like this. Maybe nobody's not getting it, but you know, something to that degree. I don't know, maybe stretch so his head can move back and forth. But I took off points just because of that. But other than that, it's a good figure. I would say add them to your G.I. Joe Classified Series lineup game. So, there you have it, everybody. We have this Serpentor with Chariot and I still gotta find out what the snake's name is. I'm gonna call her Cleo. Cleotis. Oh, right. So, I just gave my opinion about it, and it ain't really that deep. But I would like to thank all my friends for subscribing to my YouTube channel, Devoted to Pampers and Toys. Please make sure you like, share, subscribe to my YouTube channel, Devoted to Pampers and Toys. Please all make sure you like, share, subscribe to your family, your friends, and enemies. Also follow me on Instagram and X with the boy with the Pampers that's on the screen. And as you know, it's time to sing an 80s anthem. I can dream about you if I can hold you tonight. Everybody, he gotta go kidnap some people. And what is it good for? Bye, everybody.